Dave Lorenz along with Michelle Banache on the Travel Michigan radio program. It is the time when we start to think about the holidays and things to do in the state. So we're going to head to another area. Where is that, Michelle?
That is Flint, and we are talking with Cheryl DeFrain, the director of the Flint Convention and Visitors Bureau. And Cheryl, welcome to the show. And as Dave mentioned, it's fair to say that the holiday season is getting into full swing here in Michigan. So, start off, tell us some of the things happening in Flint right now that folks can do to get out and enjoy the season.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dave. Nice to be on your program. You can't come to Flint-Genesee County without thinking about Crossroads Village and Huckleberry Railroad.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the premier places that you would want to come. For anyone that doesn't know, Crossroads Village is a authentic Great Lakes town from the turn of the last century. It has 34 historic structures, and for the holiday season, they're all decked out with lights and trimmings, and visitors can enter into the town. There are no cars allowed. They'll find a general store, live entertainment at the Colo Opera House. There's a blacksmith shop, schoolhouse, and just so much more. I think there's even a special place tucked away for Santa Claus, so the little ones can take their list to him as well. But it's just decorated with thousands of sparkling lights, and it's just a delight to go out there and be able to take the family and walk through.
I understand they even light up the Huckleberry Railroad.
They do, and that is really something to see in the evening time. And they actually are running the railroad, so not only is the railroad lit up, but you can get on the train, you can take the train around the entire village, and it's just such a festive thing to see, to go through the village and see all of the lights from the perspective of the train.
That's a long extension cord.
It is. You're right about that.
Wow.
I do know that the tickets sell out early for that train, so if anyone's interested, we might want to make sure that if you go, you do get those tickets right away.
Well, it kind of gives you an opportunity at this time of the year to enjoy some of the Genesee County parks, because the park system is really impressive, and this is one of those unique things you can only do in Genesee County.
Absolutely. We do have the largest park system in Michigan. There are 21 parks, and not only with the Crossroads Village and the other things, but we have the snow skiing and the ice fishing and the cross-country skiing and sledding. So there's just a variety of outdoor activities for everyone to do, no matter what your plate may want you to do. You can find it at one of the Genesee County parks.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of people don't like to go outside when it starts to get a little chilly, which drives me crazy, by the way, but it's true. So a lot of folks are looking for some indoor stuff. I have to tell you, Dave, along with that, if you're at Crossroads Village and you don't want to get out and you don't want to be in the cold, on Monday nights, you can actually drive your car through the park and see the lights for only $5. Pile everyone into the car that you want, and you can go right through the village. So
that sounds like
we've got that part covered too.
Memories of old in my family. Everyone get in the car. We're going somewhere.
Drive through the neighborhoods. In this case, it's kind of an old town type of neighborhood, so that's a good idea. But for other people who are looking for some of those outdoor, more cultural type activities, the Flint Cultural Center has so much to offer year round. At this time of the year, I'm sure it's the same.
Oh, absolutely. They have their holiday walk and candle walk, and probably one of the premier events and something that we enjoy is the Nutcracker that goes on at the Whiting Auditorium. Yeah. I know so many communities, have their plays. They may have the Nutcracker, but to experience it at the Whiting Auditorium, it's such a beautiful theater. It has such majesty to it, and it is really a Christmas tradition that will last a lifetime.
The classic ballet, I cannot stay awake during that thing. I've never been able to. I don't know what it is.
We always decorated the Christmas tree to the songs from the Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah.
So
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I took my children many years ago when they were small, and I wasn't sure if they'd enjoy it or not, but it's something that to this day they still remember, they still talk about. So it was an unforgettable memory for them.
Well, my wife really, she gets a little upset when we try to either watch it, on maybe a videotape or something, because I just literally I can't stay awake. It's I think the relaxing music, it just does that to me. But maybe on the stage, maybe it'll be different, so I'll have to try that out.
You'll have to try it, Dave.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And do you guys have any, holiday packages, folks coming into town wanting to stay? Can they go places to find good deals on places to stay, things to eat, things to do?
Actually, if you get on our website, which is visitflint.org, we do have a packages area available. Now, what it is a shopping package, but there are coupons for a lot of the different events, so you may not utilize all of the coupons, but I'm sure that there would be things in there that you can utilize, and there are coupons for restaurants and, just different attractions and shopping. So you can do that by visiting our website as well.
You've piqued my interest. What kind of shopping?
Well, we do have quaint shops around this area, not to mention we're not very far from the Birch Run outlet malls. And we also just you'll have to come buy a shopping package, Michelle. You're just going to have to do that, okay? If your interest is piqued, that's very good.
Are there any other, performances, whether they be for, holiday type performances or just happen to be at this time of the year that people might want to be aware of?
Yeah, well, there are so many different things to do, trying to pick and choose. But in that cultural center we were talking about, which I have to say our cultural center is premier. Yeah. Within a 2-block radius, you can park and literally walk to everything that there is to do in that area, which is Flint Institute of Arts. They have great exhibits and the galleries. We also have the Longway Planetarium. Now, this is something that would be nice for the kids. They have 2 laser light shows at the Longway Planetarium for the holiday season. The first one is Holiday Magic Laser Show, and that lets the family experience the magic of the season with a little science that is perfect for children 5 years or older. Has traditional holiday tunes from across the generations. They're also doing the Winter Wonderland Laser Show, and I thought this sounded kind of neat. Spectacular Winter Wonderland with seasonal music. It will show you landscapes, sports, and if you're young, the misadventures of 2 characters named Squeaky and Penguin. Now, I'm not familiar with them, but I bet some of the young kids probably are. So that, again, would be perfect for some of the kids.
Well,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was actually just going through your website information, and it looks like there are actually plenty of shows. I don't know what I was thinking, that there'd only be a few, but
there are plenty.
Like a Madrigal dinner and Sounds of the Season concert?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's why I say there's so many that would be hard to be able to fit them all in. So if you do go to visitflint.org, you can see the listing of all of the activities that we have in the area. And some very different and unique things to do.
Well, earlier we were talking about the Polar Express movie. I see you have that showing at the Sloan Museum.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it's showing.
Yep. And the Sloan Museum, I think they also have a holiday trains exhibit as well. So that might be something, that would be interesting to check out if you're going to the Cultural Center, the Sloan Museum. Also, one thing we have is the live nativity. Now, this is really, I just find this really, really neat. At the Covenant Hills Camp. Now, it's a camp. They do a lot of team building out there. But for the holiday season, they turn it into a live nativity. This is the 12th year that they've done it. And they have a light display show. You can go out and you take a narrated horse and wagon ride through the hills of Bethlehem. And they have over 120,000 lights on display. So you can go, you can actually see the live nativity. They have volunteers that, work that. And then when you come back, you can enjoy hot chocolate, coffee, cookies, and just a very fun time. And as well, there, the same as Crossroads, you can't actually take the car through the trails, but they do have certain nights, and again, people would have to check the website. They do have certain nights when they don't have the live nativity, but you can drive your car through and you can see.
Really so much to offer in the area at this time of year, the railroad and the park, and of course all the things at the Cultural Center, performances, shopping, as we mentioned, and look for those deals as well. So plenty to do in that Genesee County, Flint area. For more information, all you have to do is go to visitflint.org. I want to thank Cheryl DeFrain. Thank you so much for joining us today from the CVB in the Flint area. Really, lots of cool things to do. Speaking of cool things to do, lots of other things happening around the state. Michelle?
Absolutely, and the temperature is dropping, but as you know, Dave, a little cold weather doesn't stop us Michiganders from getting out and having a great time. And so there's no shortage of things happening across the state. One of the holiday favorites, the Holly Dickens Festival, is happening December 7th through 9th. And when you go down to downtown Holly, you can see characters from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol come to life, and the festival is free, which is great. Includes college carriage rides, caroling choirs, and great shopping. And another community with a Victorian Christmas is Manistee, and the Victorian Sleigh Bell Parade and Old Christmas Weekend is going to be held next weekend, December 6th through 9th. And there are a lot of other communities in Michigan celebrating the holidays this coming weekend as well. Now through December 5th, Caro's Gingerbread Village is underway with a gingerbread house competition, baking contest, and other family events. And downtown Midland's Holly Jolly Days run through December 9th. 15th. You can enjoy a festive atmosphere in downtown Midland while doing your holiday shopping or get a bite to eat with your family and friends. It's got free horse-drawn carriage rides and hot cocoa. And the City Opera House in Traverse City presents The Sound of Christmas, featuring Elizabeth von Trapp, the granddaughter of legendary Maria and Baron von Trapp, whose story inspired The Sound of Music. So you can hear music from The Sound of Music by an ancestor of The Sound of Music.
I met some of that family one time.
Were they lovely? Did they sing for you?
They didn't, but I'm sure they don't remember that at all.
And then Ironwood is going to celebrate the holidays with Jack Frost Festival. So there are a lot more. I'm running out of time, but go to Michigan.org and you can get a lot more info.
Sounds good. We're going to find out what's happening at Treetops Resort this winter, coming up next on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.